everyone. Welcome back to another anime episode review. Je m'appelle le rat. This is the rat's nest. With this treasure, I summon Kyle. Say hi, Kyle.
I don't know how to respond to that. If I knew that you were going to make that bit in particular, I would have had something planned, but I didn't. Hi, everyone.
No, dude, you just got to read ahead in the script, bro, because obviously all of our stuff is scripted, including this joke.
Read it in the script.
I want to give a special thank you to all of our viewers. Last episode did very well. And this is specifically why I'm doing this before I forget. I want to give a shout out to the one guy who, without fail, dislikes every single Jujutsu Kaisen video. I love you. I want to make out with you. Thank you so much. It brightens my day. I'd be worried if we didn't have a dislike on this video. So thank you.
Yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2.
Oh, yeah.
Episode... What was this?
39, technically.
Episode... No freaking way. Season 2, Episode 39. Fluctuations, Part 2.
Part 2.
This was a very, very good episode.
This
Obviously...
Indeed.
You know, lots of people chilling a little bit, right? You could say that a lot of people were chilling, and some people were not chilling. A lot of people got cooked. 3 people in particular got cooked pretty badly. It's a good episode.
And this episode had a lot of like kitchen-based assaults and deaths. Getting cooked.
Kitchen cringe. As opposed to kitchen cringe insults.
Yeah, I heard you the first time.
As opposed to kitchen cringe. There's basically 2 halves to the episode, right? You have the first half, Dagon, Toji. You have the connecting part, Jogo. And then you have none other than my goat, the Glizzy Gobbler himself. Sukuna comes back. I will also go ahead and now say spoilers, potentially. Kyle and I are caught up to the manga. We will not be holding anything back. Thank you all for understanding.
Yeah. We talked about the last episode extensively, and lo and behold, what we talked about kind of came true. This episode had higher quality animations. All the people that I saw on Twitter so far have been praising this episode, and like babies with lack of object permanence, it seems like they kind of already forgot. They, as the collective of the JJK fandom, has already kind of forgotten about last episode's quality because, my God, this was a good episode. They did really well with it, and they outdid themselves.
Yeah, now let's go ahead and specify in case you haven't seen the last video. We are fans of the last episode. Like it was good. It was good. It's crazy to see the turnaround of people being like, Mappa is the worst company on planet Earth, and I hope that they all die. To now people being like, okay, Mappa, stop slutting out the JJK men.
The one scene with the Toji biting the fish and all. But let's just hop right into the episode, shall we?
Yes, let's.
And so, starting off from where the last episode ended, where more people complained, where they complained that they didn't do the Toji entrance, lo and behold, they did the Toji entrance.
No freaking way.
It was the whole those who inherited the curse, those who couldn't fully leave it behind, those who would all bear witness to the flesh, to the one who left it all behind in his overwhelming intensity. I adore this Toji entrance because in my mind, right here's how I visualized the Dagon fights ending. Like, yeah, they were going to win, right? Like the 4 of them were going to win because they were going to escape the domain and they were going to beat up Dagon after he left, because they were doing fine outside of the domain, and that was their win condition, right? It's just, okay, leave the domain. He probably can't do it again. We're just gonna jump him after we leave. The plan was set, and I love it when writers just throw like fastballs or screwballs at the characters and just don't let them breathe. Where it's like, okay, we're gonna leave. Oh, we summoned someone who's even stronger into the fight. Oh, he's targeting. He's not on anyone's side. Oh, great! And then you just have Toji show up, and he just goes absolutely insane fighting Dagon. And
he goes balls to the floor fighting him.
He does indeed go balls to the floor fighting him. The people at Mappa, they did a fantastic job with animating, not just adapting, with animating this portion of the fight. they really let Toji's crazed personality shine through all of his expressions and little like grunts or whatever that he did as he was fighting, and just like the wicked looks that he had. I love this section so much. For like the important part of the fight, they did not mess it up. They did a great job. What do you think, Brandon?
Like with the Dagon fight kind of stuff?
Yeah, just like, with them still in the domain and all.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
There's some serious talk about
they cooked. I mean, it wasn't Yuji versus Jozo, but it was better than basically any other anime this season. It was absolutely phenomenal, a feast for the eyes, really. I loved it. I don't know how you could do it much better.
But there are a few scenes in particular I want to point out. One of my favorites was they decided to say fuck realism, and whenever he was sharpening the I forget what it's called, like the heaven attack weapon thing. Whenever he's sharpening it like has a shadow cast, kind of like he's a blacksmith forging something. That was really cool. I don't know if like how the lighting works, if that's realistic, but honestly, fuck realism. That was just cool. It added a lot more to the scene. I specifically also like the moment where Toji just obliterated Dagon by stabbing him numerously. That was great. And then the JJK man slut where he like bites the fish and like throws it out and he's just like sticking his tongue out. Oof. They did really good handling Toji. I wish I had more like specifics to say, but for people who've seen the episode, they know why it was so good. That particular sequence. They dropped the mic. They did not fuck up the Dagon fight fully like people said they would. I'm happy that JJK's anime continues proving the JJK fandom wrong.
Yeah, no, it's based, and then obviously Toji wins, right? Rest in peace,
no
Dagon. Bro got pummeled. I felt bad.
Like you almost feel bad for Dagon in a way. Like, okay, it's like, okay, he's new to the team. He's transformed for the first time. He's fighting pretty well. It's like getting your black belt in karate and then having a top tier member of the karate community who's like a 50-year-old man show up and just fight like this 12-year-old kid and just absolutely destroy him. Like it wasn't even close. It was really fun to watch.
No, I loved it. And then obviously, so thing breaks, right? Rest in piss domain.
Yeah, he dies. Domain goes away, and then they're all like, everyone's frozen, like deer in headlights. They're just kind of looking around, and I think it's now it's either Nabito or Nanami who thinks to themselves like, okay, is he a friend or is he a foe? It cuts to Megami standing there, and immediately abruptly jump cuts to him flying out the window.
As Kyle so eloquently put it during the episode, it's like it's like out of the frying pan into the sun. You are now like you were fighting a not completely unwinnable battle earlier, but you were probably gonna win.
You were fighting a high diff battle.
Yeah, you were probably gonna win that. You're not winning again. You can't beat Toji.
And not only that, even like, because okay, Toji shows up. He separates Megami from the group. I mean, we know why. It's like he's targeting his body's just kind of running on like bloodlust. It's like it's only targeting the strongest thing. Megami was unfortunately the strongest thing in that room at the moment, even though he's badly hurt. So they go outside and Megami's freaking out like, that's speed. This is not just your average speed. This is advanced speed, and he's freaking out about that. And then it cuts back to the other three being like, what just happened? And Jogo shows. Jogo casually shows up.
The goat.
And then one of them's like, oh, he's like immensely stronger than the thing that we just fought. And then in the span of like 20 seconds, Jogo's like, okay, one down, just nukes Nanami point blank. Second one down, just lights the upper half of Maki on fire. And then Nabito tries, he puts forth some effort, to which Jogo just says, third one down, and just nukes him. On like 20 seconds.
Like, okay, like, sure, Nanami gets blasted, Maki gets it kind of easy. Fuck Nabito, apparently.
Yeah, no, I forgot because Jogo had like these little volcano pillars or volcano heads put on all the walls. So when he tried moving, it was pretty smart to where even if Jogo wasn't gonna like move the whole 24 FPS thing, he just got like Nabito just got blasted on all sides, roasted if you would. Dare I say, cooked.
Rest in piss. He's. I mean, I think I'm 97% certain like he is dead. Like maybe he's like going to be pronounced dead later, but like he is dead. He's not. I mean, bro is not coming back from this.
I mean, we're talking manga spoilers, so that's what happens.
Yeah, no, like I couldn't remember.
Yeah,
I couldn't remember
that like he dies. He dies. Guys, watch. We already said spoiler. He's dead. I hate to say it. I like the funny guy. But yeah, he's gone. But really goes to show, and I know that Jogo's kind of picking on people who were like weakened and all, but just kind of like the gap between that like enemies like Dagon and Jogo is terrifying. And then you
Jogo
add
is strong. Like we never got to see his full whatever. He's not top, he's not top in the verse.
Every time he fights, so far he's fought fucking Gojo.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can't fight against Gojo. The only person who can seriously fight against Gojo is Sukuna. The only person who can seriously fight against Sukuna is Gojo. Maybe you.
And like, yeah, I mean they beat Gojo, but they didn't kill him. But yeah, there's a huge gap between Dagon and Jogo. And then you have a huge gap between people like Jogo and Sukuna. Oh, Sukuna, Brandon, would you like to take away this one? Since I covered the first half a lot.
My goat.
Take it away.
My goat. Okay. So we get to see Jogo, and he senses peak. He senses peak fiction in another room. He has to go, and he sees two underage women. Now, what is his immediate reaction? He kills them because Jogo is based. Why is he based? Because he kills women. The other reason why he's based is because he then goes, all right, it's time to wake up the goat. That's right. I'm going out to the pasture at midnight. I'm waking up the goats. It's time. It's time for the main character to take center stage. And he goes and he says, look, I understand that Yuji can probably adapt one finger at a time. And we get to see Yuji's mom even say that, the Kinjusi. But Gojo, who is that? Who is that fraud? I alone am the fraudulent one. Among fruits and vegetables, I alone am the chopped one. He is so stupid, and I hate him. My goat, however, is fed 10 fingers directly by Jogo because Yuji's mom, the Kinjusi, said, if you feed him to them all at once, he probably can't adapt to it. So naturally, Jogo feeds him the fingers, and he goes, well, that was anticlimactic. He sees that the two underage women are alive. That is cringe. He seeks to rectify that. But then, of course, the goat himself. Because Jogo tries to reach up an arm, but he doesn't have one. Gojo is quite familiar with that feeling as well. And so Jogo runs back over to the girls. The sheer aura that emanates off of my goat is simply unmatched. He could make Goku shit his pants in 2 seconds flat. Goku has no chance. He can make Makima beg and plead and say, oh no, please don't eat me, Sukuna-sama. I don't want this. And he would eat her anyways because he's Sigma like that. Sukuna has the aura to make Dragon from One Piece. Yes, the Dragon from One Piece, obviously top one in the verse. Go, Sukuna-sama, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that you were in here, before immediately killing himself because he realized he will never be Sukuna. Now, Sukuna goes, hey, your guys' heads are a little bit too high. They all immediately drop, except for Jogo. That was a mistake, because then the little stupid volcano gay-ass thing on top of his head gets cut off. And Sukuna goes, that little gay-ass thing on top of your head, it's gone now. Should have lowered your head lower. Get ready to suck, boy. He then looked at the underage women and said, what do you guys want? I'll give you 1 finger's worth of attention. And they say something stupid. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I don't listen to women.
Can I
just like my goat Sukuna. And then they go, it will tell you where another finger is if you kill this guy. That was a big mistake because they assumed that the goat worked for them. You see, they assumed that they were the ranchers of the farm, when in fact they did not know that this was Animal Farm by George Orwell, and the animals are actually in control. And by animals, I mean the goat, because he is an animal, an absolute beast, because he is the greatest of all time. Just like Michael Jordan, who is way better than LeBron James, even though it pains me to say that.
What'd you say fuck him for?
Now, my goat, Sukuna, looks at these underage women and says, "You two have been alive for too long. I'm going to change that." So he kills one in front of the other and then kills the other one, which was extremely cool to see. He then looks at Jogo and says, "Run this fade." And Jogo goes, "I bet." And they're about to fight. And that was the episode.
That was just impressive narration. I'm surprised that you wrote the script that quickly.
No, yeah, no, I wrote the script yesterday.
Hey, wait a minute.
What do you mean?
Anyway, no, you said you put a lot of that very eloquently. Sukuna is here. Shit is about to get rocked, and because my friend asked me, I have a friend who's not involved in JJK, but he sees stuff out on Twitter. He's like, why are there people complaining about these two random girls being killed? And I was trying to remember who, because before I watched the episode, and I saw it, I was like, oh, those two. Yeah, I think it was interesting to see them try. It's just what's really interesting about scenes with people talking to Sukuna and then getting their shit rocked immediately after is trying to figure out what wording they should have used, how. Normally, you wouldn't have to think so hard about talking to someone, right? You just talk, you speak. But with Sukuna, you have to be very, very careful. You cannot fuck up what you're trying to say at all, even once, or else you get the slice and dice treatment.
No, it's based. Sukuna is based because he doesn't care what the hell is going on in the plot.
No, he does.
He doesn't care who you are. He shows up. It doesn't matter what else is going on. He is the star of the show.
It's just one of those where it's oh yeah, we're gonna without. I don't think they intended to come across this way, but they were basically trying to leverage a finger against him. He's like, I don't care if you're gonna try to hold something against me. Die, and then they die. That's yeah. And it's I'm not a Sukuna glazer, but it was. Yeah, Brandon, believe me, I know you are. But it's really interesting just seeing how he reacts. He's just okay, what do you want? You poor pronunciation. Die. You want me to help you? You know what? Land a hit on me. It's just not that it's random, but it's just it's seemingly random and nonchalant with he's unpredictable, which makes all the time he's on screen very entertaining.
He's the goat.
He's
the goat. What can I say?
It's Animal Farm that got me.
Well,
yeah, no.
I think I've said my piece.
It's awesome.
I think I've said my piece on it. Do you have anything else you would like to add, Kyle? Any final wrap up thoughts before next episode named something I can't remember, Thunderclap or something?
Thunderclap. Because everyone there is about to get thunderclapped by Sukuna. But no, all in all, Wallahi's not till the episode after next episode.
Of course.
That is going to be a great episode. But anyway, it's a final wrap up. I'm very happy with the season so far. I think there have only been what was it, the grasshopper episode and the previous one are the ones that have had the most complaints. I'm happy that. No, they're not bad. I told my friend earlier, a lower quality Mappa episode still is could still compete with other studios' higher quality stuff. But I am excited to see how Mappa handles the next coming episodes, and I feel like we got some absolute bangers of episodes incoming. Specifically next episode because you're gonna glaze over Sukuna more.
It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be peak, dare I say.
Dare you even say it? It's going to be literally the best thing that has ever happened to me in my entire life.
All right, Brandon, I do have one question.
Yeah.
How would you go about asking Sukuna for an autograph? Sukuna appears before you right now, and he's like, all right, what do you want?
If you would be so gracious, Your Highness, to grant me...
Yeah, that's all I hear.
To grant me even a glance at the slightest piece of
inkling of your penmanship.
From your penmanship, it would be the greatest honor of my entire family's lineage.
You see him raise his fingers. You should have specify on paper before it just gets ingrained in your skull.
No, what I'd actually do is I go gawk, 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 gawk.
Gawk, gawk. I think with that we set our piece.
If you're this far in the video, then obviously there's something you liked, unless you're the one guy who dislikes, in which case there's something you disliked. So make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and leave a comment telling us what your favorite part of this episode was. Thank you all for watching. We certainly hope that you all enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.